It is September 7th, 2020. We're here on the rooftop of the property at 4801 Academy Street in San Diego, California, 92109. We got a few stoppages in the bathrooms here, so we're now on the rooftop, and we're directly over the bathroom with the shower stall, master bathroom essentially, and we're going down this 3-inch original cast iron vent here above the toilet. They have sewage water in the shower stall. The main sewer is clogged. I believe they said the other bathroom is working. And there's a little vent T right there. I'm sorry, no, that's the toilet. We already passed down the other vent T. Where the toilet dumps in, and you can see we've got some standing backed up water right here already. So before we snake it, we're putting the camera in to see if the camera itself actually cleared it, or see if we see what happens, what's going on. Our camera's getting stuck right there. It could just be a turn, could be some debris. Okay, we are traveling down the horizontal line right here, hitting some debris right here. Again, the image is not going to be super clear. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can actually see we actually punched a hole in the pipe, and you can see the water that's now draining out. So the line is opened up here, and as we back up just slightly, you can still see that water going by. Trying to keep moving the camera to see get a clear view of what may be going on here with the system. Still got a little bit of water cascading by or in the lens face of the camera. Okay, you can see there's the cast iron pipe still right there. We got a clear view. The water is still draining out. My guess is the shower stall was backed up with quite a few gallons possibly. We didn't even go in the house. We just immediately came to the rooftop. And then there's a piece of debris right there on the right-hand side. That is using a plastic wrapper or something. Keep pushing down this main while we wait for this water to kind of clear out. Just look to see if anything is rinsed down the line. And actually come up to the next junction or see if anything else is wrong there. Just old original cast iron pipes. Okay, here's our T-junction right here. To the left-hand side you can see. So that should be the distance we're out is about 36 feet, and that would be just in line of where the other bathroom would definitely dump into there. So the other toilet with junction in at that point right there, they said that one was still working. We're going to keep pushing down the line here to make sure, again, if anything that we initially pushed out with the camera has moved down the line, it just got stuck. And we want to look at the rest of the pipe while we got the camera inside here as well. So it's still the original cast iron. A lot of pockets that are holding water, so we have no water running right now. Back the camera up again. There we go. It's kind of clearing up here. But we get what's called sags or bellies and all that. Okay, now here's the T-junction. So we're probably just outside the house. Now we do know on that far side of the house, we do have a clean out at the ground level. So the line is probably making this 90-degree turn and heads towards that direction. And then probably down the hillside to get to Academy, the street level. So I'm just going to keep pushing down here before we pull back to look at the original part of the line that's clogging up constantly. Okay, so right here is our black ABS transition, and that's that clean out plug that we have on the side of the house where you can access the line. So we pushed all the way out through there. I know that they said when they checked this a few days ago when they contacted us that this was open by them, and they could hear and see water draining through the system when they were using the other bathroom. So we know we're definitely clear all the way to here. Check that. You can see those paper right there. No big deal. Back up the pipe, camera here up through the pipe. Back to the section where the bathroom is clogged. We had some debris stuck down the side walls of the pipe there. Determination of what it is. see a bunch of paper and debris just kind of stuck on the top of the pipe there, little stuff left over from the clearing of the line. And then here we go. So passing through this little area here, you can see that appears to be soft stoppage of paper products and feces probably. I don't know if it's just toilet paper or if it's anything else other than that. And we've got the water that's backed up. As we back up here several feet back, because that's kind of clogged up there, still a little heavy. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put the camera all the way back down right here pretty quickly. Just go back to the vertical branch here. And we're going to go ahead and get water running, and we're going to go ahead and use what's called a chain knocker. It's a type of snaking system. They can rip and tear all that out a little more efficiently than the standard snaking cable. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we have water running right now. We did not cable it yet. We want to go ahead and show with the camera here. The water's moving through the line. As we back up here, see that debris still all clogged up in there. Just the water movement alone, it's going to clear itself out. Okay, there's some of that buildup right there in the wall of the pipe, so right at about 20 some odd feet. Can't really tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull off, and then we'll go back in and inspect it. Okay, so we just cleared the line with our cabling system. This is called a chain knocker system. So these 3 chains here with carbide bits fan out with a high-speed RPM, moving them and cleared the system. So we still have the water running right now. We'll shut that off in a second. We first want to go down here and see if there's any water moving with the camera. Here's our transition to the horizontal. So we have the shower stall running and the laboratory sink both running right now. Okay, so there you can see some writing or a tag there. I don't know if that's that one piece we saw earlier, but it looks like there's some writing or something on there. Now, something like that, it could have got put down the shower drain, but the cover would have had to have been removed. So typically this would have been something that would have accidentally got flushed down the toilet, because it looks like there's some writing or something on that. As we back up here, this one little spot, we don't see that buildup like we did previously, so the water kind of running by, but it's much clearer. You can see that buildup on the right and left side walls. It's really heavy. Push this through a little bit here. Back here. There's the little fitting or turn on the line. We had some heavy buildup right here at the 20 to 19 foot mark or so. It appears to be all gone. Let's see if that little tag, whatever that little white piece was with some writing, is shifted and moved. Okay, it's laying right there. Okay, so you can see that says some words on it. So there's something in there. I don't know if that's plastic or paper. So we're going to go ahead and shut the water off here. We're going to pause the video. Okay, so we showed the tenants that are down inside here, the image. We had a little Wi-Fi monitor linked from this, and he could actually read it. Now we can kind of see it too. It says something about Verona, your classic car, something incorporated. Verona Resorts, the bottom line, and it says classic car. Anyway, it looks to be some tag of some type, or a card, swipe half of a card. That black piece, actually, that might be the magnetic strip like you'd have on a name tag or a card you would swipe. So it looks like this plastic card pass card, whatever it is from Verona. There we go right there, Verona Resort. Is jammed down inside the system, and this is what's been causing the issues, because this is stuck in the line. Every time we've cleared it in the past, this thing is staying in there. It's a hard plastic. It doesn't dissolve or break apart. And even now, we just cleared the line, and it still stayed in there. And so it flip-flops in and out of the way. Right now, it's got a low profile, and then it'll move back up out of the way. So typically something like this, it's too far away where we can superheat up a cable and try to burn into it and then pull it down and retrieve it. And it's also too thin of a profile of a piece of plastic where we have a few different type of grabbing tools that we can actually try to snag an object with. It just won't work. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to put our chain knocker cable piece back into here that we originally cleared the line with. We're going to push this through the line. We're going to have to see if we can get lucky and get this to tear this thing apart or move it farther and all the way down. So there's our chain piece right there. So we're now going to go, we'll leave the camera recording for a little bit while we start this process. We don't know if it's going to work or not, but it's all we can do at this point with that type of object stuck in the system. And now we're going to spin this high RPM, see if this can shred it or break it apart and flush it, we can flush the smaller pieces out. This is it right here still. I think it just slid out of the way of our view. Yeah, there it is right there. It's still in the system. Okay. So, I just don't know if there's any easy way to get this piece taken care of. We're trying to push it all the way down the line. Let's see if that right there on the right side of the screen now. Pull our camera. Yeah, there's the object right there still. So what it's doing is it's moving into the side wall, but it's not going to shred it and actually do much damage to it. I have to keep trying. See if we can get lucky with it, breaking it apart into some smaller pieces. There's the object right there. It's still right there now. That's on the left. System, which is fine. There's the object just jammed up there on the side wall. Yeah, it's a hard plastic card. cable piece there. So we're going to have to try to just flush this all the way down and out of the system. We're just not going to be able to retrieve this and break this apart. It's a hard plastic card. So we're going to go ahead and pause the recording. We're going to go ahead and turn a bunch of water on the system. That's all we can hope is to flush it down out of the system. Maybe push it out to the clean out, and maybe be able to retrieve it by reaching down in there with a grabber tool that we have. But in this part of the sewer system with that kind of object, yeah, we just cannot get anything that's actually going to grab that and then pull that out. I'm trying to break it up, and even that's not going to work. It's actually riding on the top of our cabling system and cable lens. It's really dirty right now. There's some debris. Trying to clean it off here to get a better view so we can see this. It's stuck on the top of our piece here. You can see it's riding. We're pulling it back towards us now. At this point, all we can do is hope to maybe pull it back. I just don't think it's going to help either way, but yeah, so just let it go right there. Yeah, so it just, it's hard plastic. It's definitely a hard plastic card. It's like a little swipey card, probably the size of a credit card. It's probably cut in partial in half. Ahead of it and see if when we turn this, it pulls it backwards in reverse somewhat. Maybe bends it across. Okay, we just ran that to about 6 feet or so. This house is a crawl space, but this is kind of a lot of work to be able to get that out of there and cut the pipes, especially if the pipes don't hold well. But this is a weird thing that's jammed in there, and this is why it basically is going to keep doing what it's doing on occasion. Stuck right at a T-junction where some water was coming in, maybe from the kitchen, the system. Okay, we're going to pause the video. Okay, we've got water running. Here you can see the card right there. So it's on the side wall of the pipe right there. You can see standing vertically essentially. Flush the toilet, and right now we have the sink and the shower stall both running full of water. What's going to happen is as soon as toilet paper, feces run down the line, it's going to bind up on that card. Right there. It's a little past this T turn right here. Yeah, that's a T-junction on the upper right screen there. There's the card. So we'll go ahead and pause the video. All we can do is try coming back. Can try to bring another alligator clip style retrieval tool. We'll have to pick it up, keep it on our vehicle. It's a real special item. It's not even a guarantee it's going to work for something like this, but it's the only chance we'd have to try to get this out of the line possibly without cutting the pipes in the crawl space to try to get to this point and undo it. Otherwise, again, if we just keep pushing it farther down the line, it's just going to become more complicated, and actually the retrieval tools we have are only so long, and so it'll hamper the ability to be able to use those as well. And as the pipe goes away from the crawl space area, then that also would make it difficult if it gets into the sewer system where it has to be dug up. So we'll have to leave this right here for now. The line's draining again, and we'll come back either this evening or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, Tuesday, today's Labor Day, to go ahead and pick up that thing and see if that will allow us to grab and somehow get this out. It's not a guarantee, but it's the only thing we can possibly try. Let's see if we move our cutting board here, just past that again. There we go. I'll run this one more time. Okay, there you go. See, now the card, it just flip-flopped. It's on the top of our little piece. And now it's on the bottom. It's just very difficult type of object to get removed out of the system. Dragging it right now. It's probably going to release here in a second when the chains go by it. But, yeah. Yeah, there it is, laying on the bottom now. Definitely a weird one to try to get removed out of the system. Let it move down. No, there it is. It's still just stuck. I think it says SSIC, the word classic. It's definitely cut in half. But it was probably cut in half, and that's how it got into the system. It wasn't that we chopped it. And again, it's a hard plastic card, just like a debit or credit card. So we're going to pull our chain. Nah, I'm good, man. Thanks, though. Nah, I'm good. Alright, there you go. We're actually dragging it. It says your classic card. Service and increase something Verona Resort. So somebody went to Verona and this was their classic card for gambling. Okay, there we go, let go again. It's just not going to same spot, or maybe it got washed down a few feet. Yeah, it just pushed it to the side again. There it is right there. Yeah, this is definitely a weird incident here. I'm trying to get this out of the system. I've not had this before. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stop the video, and we're going to have to come back with the different retrievable pieces, see if we can somehow snag this and get this out of the system. This is going to end this recording. We'll do a second video when we come back.